I press record, so from here on out, no naughty talk. We have to we have to leave it out for later. All right. Oh boy. Ooh, I might have made a smallish mistake.
What have you done?
Ay, man. Damn it. I had the studies prepared and I just...
Well, the ones I sent you or your ones?
No. My ones.
Oh, God. You're going to put me on the spot with studies.
No. That was on the... Oh, yeah, no, don't. Oh, actually, no. I have it on the ready. Awesome. All right. So, Pete, last time we discussed this, and in fact, we have been discussing the fact that you didn't want this whole business to be about you and you only. I respectfully disagree very strongly with that notion. And we only released one video about you, and we recorded at least 4.
Okay.
So be mindful of the fact that there is more to come. But today we are going to exclusively record content that is not about you, at least not about your games, with your permission. And on that note, let me think what I want to start with. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This is going to be a fun one. I'm going to show you now some of my things, which are obviously of far lesser quality. So I'm going to try to make up for that with entertainment and marginal educational value. So deep breath, first one to come. This game, as you can see, but I think our viewers can't because I covered out the names in the hope that I can cover it out from you, and you unfortunately can see them, was played against a Mongolian GM. Are you familiar with the name?
Yeah, I think I am. I don't think I've played this one. I played another Mongolian GM in London, but yeah, I think I know the name.
Okay, I at this point must tell you a story. And by the way, the rule of our recordings from here on out, Pete, is that you can never be in the negative when it comes to telling stories to each other. So if I tell you one, you have to tell me 2. That's now the unwritten rule of stories, right? So here is mine, and I am not 100% certain that it is true. But boy, is it a banger one. So you must know, and the reason why it occurred to me because this guy is Mongolian. Yeah. So you must know Hungarian chess coach and theoretician and fabulous book author Tibor Károly.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Quite prolific author too, right? He's producing a lot of stuff.
Oh, he is one of the most prolific chess authors ever, I would say, when it comes to writing books. In his youth, he played a tournament in the beautiful Mongolia, no less. I think in Ulaanbaatar, but it might have been somewhere else. And the story goes like this. The tournament hall was just on the outskirts of the town, literally adjacent to the vast and endless Mongolian desert. Right? And his opponent was late from the round, so he started circling around inside the tournament hall, but ultimately ended up outside the tournament hall, which back then I suppose was not quite as illegal as it is now. Killing time, waiting for the opponent to go. And as he's pondering about life, he looks into the distance, right? And kilometers away, slowly but surely, a little bit of a silhouette is appearing on the horizon, which soon turns into a noticeable size of dust cloud, right? And amidst, or rather inside the dust cloud, he can take out the shape of a man on a horseback, riding a horse. And so he's like, wow, there's a dude on a horseback here. Like, you know, it wasn't like the 1700s. We're talking a couple of decades ago. And apparently, dude on a horseback was coming closer and closer and closer. So he's amused by the sight of, wow, how cool is this? Let's watch this. Dude rocks up, parks the horse about 50 meters away from him, casually walks into the tournament hall, turns out to be his opponent.
Of course.
And then proceeds to absolutely trash him. Like, completely butchers him, then goes back out, hops on the horse, and off he goes into the sunset.
That's got to be good preparation by any standards.
I mean, I don't know another way how you could be more humiliated. Respectfully, obviously, toward the opponent, but nonetheless, he was like, "Oh, here comes Jono on the horseback," and it turns out that Jono was actually his opponent, and he got a thorough beating.
Yeah. Fantastic.
All right, so we have had a fair share of Blitz games with this guy. He somewhat vanished lately from the chess.com circles, from what I could tell, but maybe I'm just wrong. Anyway, I was fooling around with the Gala Gambit. This was before I wrote my course, and so I haven't quite discovered the sneaky power of Bishop E2 here. Have you ever played it?
Yeah. Because I saw another game of yours with Bishop E2, which is a nice. Basically, it's a very smart waiting move, right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's a very cheeky system that looks entirely harmless, but in fact, it's quite feisty. A lot is said about today's chess by the fact that one of the best moves in this position is A5.
Okay.
And please, I beg you, for the love of God, not to ask questions. But I may be wrong, and it may be E6 castles and then A5.
Okay.
That's
even more confusing.
I thought that I understood it, right? Because I was wondering to myself, what on earth is going on here? And I thought surely the idea was to push A4 to deny my A4. And it messes with B3 as well, which is like, these are the two key moves in the line for white, right? So I hope I'm not going to embarrass myself now, but
there's a line in the Catalan where black grabs the pawn and then A5. One of the Bishop B4 check Knight BD2 things where A5 is similarly useful, and often A4 is
right
to stop A4.
So I think I might embarrass myself, but against Bishop B3, if I recall, Bishop B7, if I recall my course correctly, it's B3, and against Bishop E7, it's A4.
Yes.
Is that right? I think it is correct, but it may be the other way around. Now I'm getting messed up.
Or with E5 then, yeah?
Yeah. That's the idea. The B4 is always meant by E5, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I haven't discovered this yet. And I was fooling around with this move.
Okay.
Which, objectively speaking, is dodgy. Now, do you happen to know the best move for black here? I'm not testing you, by the way. Just,
no.
I just sound like it.
Feeling slightly tested here. You've given me the black side. That's very kind. What is the best move for black?
Oh, look, we are early in. I can afford to be kind. The dirty comes later.
Yeah, I have no idea what the best move for black is here.
Well, obviously the reason why I'm asking is because it's something quite outlandish.
Yeah, well, no, I figured it wasn't probably.
It's not E6. Not E6. Let's go there.
Yeah, exactly. Quite difficult to see alternatives to E6 that make any sense.
This is the problem with being such an educated player as you are, that you tend not to look at uglies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
I don't know. Any other developing move?
No. No one wants it's a pawn move. You're not allowed to look at yeah, it's a pawn move. Don't look for developing moves. That's illegal.
No.
Nah.
Okay. I have no idea. Everything looks disgusting apart from E6.
Just go one to the left.
You're kidding me.
Mm-mm.
I was slightly wondering that, but it was too disgusting.
Yeah, I know.
Seriously?
Yeah, F6 best by far.
Wow.
Yeah. And once you see it, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because I mean, take is out of the question. It's just a game over.
Yeah,
right?
take out of the question. But 94 or
And
something.
then
It still looks.
F5.
That's the missing link.
Yeah. That's
That's
the
pretty easy to miss, right?
yeah.
That's kind of
It's sneaky because I go f5 in 2 when I could do in 1.
yeah. No, sure.
Yeah, and now no matter which way you go, I just bolster it with e6 and goodbye kingside attacks.
Oh wow. Okay. That's crazy and really nice.
Yeah. Now, you know what the best part is? I didn't check it, so it's quite possible that my memory is wrong and that's not the move here.
I'll praise it to the skies and then it's just nonsense. But it does look. It works. It's clever.
Just be sure you play it next time it pops up, and then you will figure it out one way or another. If it's correct or not. So, my opponent didn't know this, and he played bishop f5.
That kind of looks shaky anyway, right?
Ah, see, this is why I wanted you on board, because I knew this. That as soon as you see that, I immediately expected a facial reaction. I got one, and followed by a verbal reaction within 2 seconds. And this is one thing that grandmasters just do on an instinctive level so incredibly well. That they see a move and there is a judgment like this. And there are 2 things that I really admire about this. 1, that the judgment is usually correct. But 2, that you are willing to make that judgment. But,
yeah, okay.
But what is your move?
That could be a sign of being very superficial as well, but I hope it's not in this case, yeah. So,
I actually can't remember if it's objectively good or bad, but it's definitely inviting some party moves, one of which I did play.
Okay, so knight takes f7 is on the radar, and I guess... Knight takes f7 is quite heavily on the radar, actually. So queen f3, bishop g6 looks slightly too slow because e6 is probably met by f6 still.
Yeah, now I taught you that motive. You're a good student. I like that. You're a good student. Yeah. I'm proud of you.
So I'm kind of thinking knight f7 is the most likely.
Yeah, right. And now, having said that, I was thinking queen f3, bishop g6, e6, f6. Can I just pull back? It's not as good as it was in the other case, right?
Yeah, okay. I don't know if white's ever vulnerable to knight b4 once
yeah.
on f3.
Yeah, that is a very common theme, and I think you are on the money there. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be complicated still, but it gives
no, I'm with you. Right. Well, I did take this, so there we go.
Okay.
Now, from memory, this is bad.
Taking on f7.
Correct.
Really?
Yes. And I do
That's
I do remember the refutation too, which is both very subtle and difficult to find, especially in a blitz context. So king takes, I'm assuming you want to do this.
Yeah, I assume that's the only way.
Right, played. So
okay.
I played queen f3.
Yep.
What do you think is the best move?
I assumed that he's going to play e6 and g6 in some order, and probably e6 is the best move, but...
Now, you would be surprised, but no. So I think here after e6, here, the problem is that, and I had a game like that against this guy, that it's inadequate.
Oh, he's gone into this more than once, right?
Yeah. Well, we have had this multiple times. It's inadequate because you don't have a good retake.
Yeah, I was just thinking that does look... it doesn't look as appealing. Yeah, he has to take with the e-pawn, and that's not much fun, right?
Yeah, like I checkmated him in this one once in a game where I don't remember how, but I forced the king e6 out of him. I wish I looked it up, and then I played knight e4, and it's not capturable because of...
It's like it would be nice if you can do that, but
yeah, I think I think that's how I did it.
Yeah, I was just wondering after bishop, can he try and keep the knight by going bishop b4 now? That's what.
Oh, bishop b4.
I just want to maintain my best piece somehow.
Wait, what did yeah. Yeah, regrettably, I don't remember this now, but I do think that this is not correct. The winning idea for black is the shocking king e6.
Right. I felt more ashamed that I didn't consider a move, but yeah. Okay, that's crazy.
And it turns out that I think I picked up the wrong game because I see how this one went. And this is, yeah, I picked out not the correct game, but that's okay. So here I'm guessing you wanted g4.
I did. I mean, to the extent that I'd thought about king e6, I wanted g4. Yeah.
And this is the key. The black here has a bad move and a good move. And in the game that we played, he played the bad one.
Okay.
Which is quite...
I was struggling to see if he had any other move than bishop.
Bishop?
That seems...
Sorry, bishop, what was
you
it?
can go to g6 or c2 seems to be the choice.
Nah, here is it. Here is the deal. One loses, the other one wins.
Okay.
And I was completely oblivious to it. Like, I had no clue. None whatsoever.
No pressure at all. Yeah, it's not that obvious, is it? Okay, so... Why might... So g6 is the more obvious.
Yes.
So I'm guessing that's the one that loses.
Yeah.
But that's not the way to do it.
On the money. So I'm very curious how a GM cracks this.
Okay, so what are my main ideas after bishop? After either move, I guess my top candidate is something like bishop h3.
Indeed.
And... maybe black needs to be able to play g6 after that to meet g5 with bishop f5 again.
Shout out to you, sir. Not a GM by chance. So the point is that bishop g6 loses to bishop h3, and now the check is just gonna wreak havoc. And if king back, then we just pick off everything. But if you start with bishop c2, then you retained your ability to play g6 and interpose.
That's nice. And how... Yeah, no, I actually... Yeah, as soon as I don't have the pressure on d5, then you're going to be able to go king d7. So I can't do kind of knight moves or something instead of g5 check.
Correct.
Because the king's just going to run away, yeah?
Correct. Absolutely correct.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
Yeah. So the game went as follows. But the game went actually very lame. So he played e6, g4, and then he went for knight b4.
Ooh, right. He's a brave guy, right?
Yeah, again, I love the reaction. Now, what is your way, Pete, to teach the thinking that... Because I do it my own way, but I'm curious how you approach this. So in my book, if you have this position and the first thought in your head is, oh, sheesh, knight c2, then in my book your chess is miswired, because your first thought should be, haha, I'm gonna take this and absolutely go to town on that king.
Yes.
And I am maintaining the right to be wrong, but that's my attitude, right?
Oh, absolutely, I think.
Right. I could be wrong, but presently I can't be asked about knight c2. Like, bring it, baby. How do you go about it as a coach? Like, do you have a particular philosophy or method of teaching this?
Well, I do. I mean, I sometimes say that, you start off by calculating the moves you want to play, and that's the order you want to do it. So you look at the sort of positives before you start looking at any problems, and that's going to take you to g takes f5 for starters, because what else are you gonna look at? So yeah, certainly in terms of order of things. Although I also, in some positions, I say, you start off by considering the moves by which your opponent could harm you. But I think there's a kind of narrative about who has the initiative and who has the attack that precedes that. So in this position, obviously, if you started analysing the moves that could harm you, you might fixate on knight c2, and that would be very problematic. So if you're attacking, you definitely start first with a kind of what do I most want to do, and then try to make it work mentality.
Yeah, this is not a good example.
That takes you quite a long way, right? Because g takes f5, it's gonna come out very nicely.
Yeah, so that's why I was gonna say that this is not really a good example, because we are almost forced to take, because there is no good way to stop this. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a good way to stop knight c2, then perhaps the temptation of low-rated players would be greater to default to that, because their way of thinking is that let's sort out first what threatens me, so that then I can have the peace of mind to work on what I want to threaten them with. But here it's knight c2 is almost impossible to stop.
Here you need the momentum. So when you're attacking, it's a lot about momentum.
Yeah. So obviously,
I'm curious about a line here because I'm trying to think. After something like takes knight c2 check, king d1, knight takes d4, and then f takes 6, king takes, bishop h3, and the king can go back to e8, and my queen's attacked as well as theirs. That feels to me like a critical variation to sort out.
Hold on a second. So take, check, king d1, knight d4, take, bishop h3, king e7.
Yeah.
Bishop g5, and then king e8.
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose.
I mean, that's the variation that's, when I start working on g takes f5, that's where I'm getting, because everything else looks kind of dire for black.
Yeah, look, I would probably counter you that calculation with any queen move that protects the bishop.
Yes.
Right, like queen g4. Because my king being on d1 means that you don't have double check, so any discovery costs your queen.
Yeah.
But then again, after queen g4, you have bishop e7, right? Oh, I can just take that.
Yeah, you can take that, and then
I can. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that's not how the game went. He actually took the rook, which was obviously rubbish. So let's put this on the board. But I loved talking about this without putting it on the board, because that's the challenge that we wanted to face. So take, check. Here, check, king e8. And my proposition was this. I looked at check, but I didn't see the benefit of that.
I think actually because we're taking on e7 and we want to have queen takes g7, I think the check is probably
counterproductive. Yes, correct. So let's go here. That was my proposition. And surprisingly, I think I was correct.
No, it looks good. Can I? Is queen d7 a legal move?
Hope not.
Oh no, it's not. g6, and you take the queen with. Oh no, queen h5 check. Queen f7 looks hugely unlikely, but
what a line! Queen d7, and if e6, then queen d6.
Yeah.
And if knight e4, then queen d5. Are you gonna like one by one? You try all of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try every square until one works. But actually, in that final position, there will be queen h5 check and knight f6 check, and that is.
Oh, and then we pick. Oh man, let's put that on the.
I gather there are people in the world who go boomski at that point, but.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, the boomski was definitely called for, baby. That's a boomski check, and now we are going to mow down the queen with check. Ay.
Nice.
Pete, how can you handle this much sexiness? Like, it's a burden, isn't it? Like,
it's a constant.
I clearly can see that.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that I am not burdened with your level of, crazy knowledge and all that comes with it. Wow, that was super cool, man. Super cool. And in a way, I wish they had taken that, because the rest of the game comparatively was very mundane.
It's going to be
carnage, yes.
Taking up his queen for starters.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty basic. But I will show you the end, because it was a very cute mate, which I'm sure you will appreciate.
Oh, very nice.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
That's fun. 20 moves as well. Pretty efficient. That counts as anyone's definition of a miniature, right?
Yeah. Just finished on 20, so we were golden. We were golden.
Yeah.
Look, that was a little.
Can we just check our line with queen d7 again? Because it kind of seemed all too good to be true. Maybe it was that good.
Which one? Sorry, the 9d4.
The one we were just looking at with queen d7, where the queen did all the squares.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Oh, actually, do you want me to check on the engine to rain on a parade or not?
No, not really.
Okay, good. I like that. Stuff the engine.
I was slightly wondering if. I was wondering, and now I'm wondering even more, if e6 can be met by knight takes.
Knight takes a6. But surely that's
Yeah.
not good, right? Because I will...
Well, I was thinking the pin, but actually, the pin is against a capturing possibility we already had. Right? So I mean, it may very well work for white, but it needs to be
You mean
just
this,
checked.
right?
Yeah, and then probably rook e1 check, yeah?
Yeah, but bishop e7, no? Oh, then queen g5,
Yeah,
and then
then
I
queen
can't take
g5,
because of Matutsky. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if I go here? Queen h... No, queen f4 then wins the queen. Okay. That's good news.
Yes. The way you said that reflected the level of luck going on here that worked. It's kind of...
You mean
Okay, so
foresight? It's funny how you spell that.
Yeah, exactly. And then I have to go queen c7 or something, and... No, is this game over?
Why do you have to soil our own fun, Pete? It's not cool. Not cool, man. But yeah, I would... Oh, sheesh, this is hanging.
Well, there's a queen f4 check could make me nervous at some point as well. I don't know.
Okay, so why don't I just go casual and go here now? Oh, 96, nice. 96, no?
Yes. Knight a6, and then... That's probably a bit annoying.
Okay, are you gonna tell me to leave the room?
I suspect white's doing well, right? Because it's very hard for black to get pieces.
Are you gonna slap me on the hand if I play a3 here?
No, I was gonna commend your patience.
And I'm just like, good luck with the hoppity horse on... As a matter of fact, we might even threaten with this on some rainy days.
Yeah, we swing in for that, don't we?
But let's rewind the tape a little bit, because we went in from completely winning to murky. So
we did. Exactly.
So e6 may have been rushed ever so slightly.
Yeah.
Then again, I don't have a lot else to... So queen h5, queen f7.
Have you got the queen on d7? I'm not seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's a fascinating line. Yeah, I don't see better than e6. I don't know if I chose the best square for the king, but I assume that this was forced, because otherwise I get checked again.
It's impossible that it's going to be... Oh, yeah, no, we really don't want to exchange queens. So
no.
C1.
And rook e1 looked like a no-brainer here too, right?
I think so, yeah. I don't. Otherwise, we might just be losing a piece.
That's a depressing proposition.
Takes.
Is there a benefit to provoking g6, maybe with this idea after?
Oh, no, there's a benefit to queen h5 check. Oh no, king d8 then, and then...
Oh wait, yeah, of course. So king d8 is... By the way, then... Oh my god. This is when my favorite chess coach, international master Laszlo Alzai, would send me for a 5-minute break.
But they all... what is it? Aronian says something like, assumption is the mother of all cock-ups or something. This is basically, we're just assuming that queen takes g5 must be the move. This is the moment to pause for thought and...
Yeah, no, what I meant was that I didn't realize that after this it was just...
It's just a queen.
In a way, it is almost a problem-composing theme, because this is an interference.
Yeah, it is actually. That's very nice.
Right?
Very nice.
Right? It just occurred to me that it is interference. Because this idea didn't work here on account of queen f7. So we needed a black piece to...
It's really nice interference. Yeah, it's just...
Yeah.
It would have been nicer if we'd spotted it.
a smidge nicer. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But it actually works very nicely then, yeah?
Yeah, it does actually, indeed.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
so allowing the thing to be taken with discovered check, and then it's all working out anyway. That's
as you do, right?
They can play king d8, but that can't be much fun. And we can win the queen, or we can win the knight. Oh no, sorry, that wins the queen immediately. Bishop e7.
I didn't see the immediate queen win, but it's very close to be a win without queen.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah, we have to go kind of.
I mean, there's a fair bit hanging right now, so good luck.
There's no move.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy too.
Now, to finish, there is one more thing I need to show you, because I think I might have had a productive thought. Instead of taking or queen f3, e6 now.
Ah, of course, that's a good idea.
Is the move. That's our best here, I believe.
Is the move. Okay.
The move. Alternatively, g4 is also tempting, but then they can go back home.
Yeah, and then e6 isn't quite as good without g4.
Yeah, you would rather push it in when you can, right?
So did this guy play bishop f5 more than once against you? Is
Yes.
that what you were saying?
Yes, I can almost certainly remember that.
And did you eventually hit him with e6 and sort of?
No, I think I kept on stacking on f7 because like we played like a series of like 10 games and you know then black white black white black white and I was obsessed with knight f7, like it looked so damn good. I'm like, why would I change that, right? And then afterward I looked all of it up because I wanted to figure out what was going on. And that's how I also learned that this knight g5 idea was very shaky and in fact not worthy for a chessable course.
And that's because of f6.
Yes, because of the ever so standard f6 ruins the party.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, and that was something I wanted to show you today, I did get to play against a certain player. And I wanted to test you if you could figure out who that certain player was. Just identify the player from the start, but maybe that's a long shot.
So I've got to guess who black is on the basis that they played f6?
No, I played f6 because that game was played about 2 years later.
Sorry.
So we did the reverse. And then from here on out, all hell broke loose. And I thought that if you had 3 guesses, you would know who it was. But maybe that's...
Simon Williams?
Oh, wow. I didn't even show you the game and you already know?
Seriously, it's him.
Yeah, but like he just lost like 4 pawns. I will find it now. Just give me a sec.
I mean, he's somebody I know sometimes played this line, but there must be plenty of others too.
I can't...
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah, I found it. Bear with me. I'll copy it over. I mean, this is just a fun, you know, meaningless game, really. So, doesn't really have a lot of educational value. No, I'm not taking a diss at Simon. It's just, you know.
I want to know how he reacted when you went f6. Did he hear? But I guess you don't see
Oh, I guess he laughed out loud, but then after a couple of seconds he realized that actually this is not that bad. I mean, he played this instantly, and then I think this is when he realized that this is actually not as stupid as it looks.
I think f5 is more like the moment I realized you were onto something.
Yeah. And then I think at this point he went like, oh, this is not fun.
Yeah.
So that was, I think, the first giveaway that it had to be him.
Yeah, no, I would have guessed here if I hadn't guessed before.
Right? And then
yeah.
I went like, okay, we'll take that. I'm not even sure if this is correct, but I thought that having the queens off the board will piss him off so badly that will be immediately a psychological victory, right?
That's true, although, you know, one of the things about when Simon was at his best a few years ago, one of the things I thought about him, he was one of those players who was also struck me as very good when he got into the endgame.
Mm.
I mean, like, many of them, you know, if you can liquidate to an endgame, it's very, very good news. But Simon, I kind of found pretty scary in endgames sometimes.
Okay. Well, like, any sort of activity in his hands is absolutely mortal. Like he can exploit.
You know, Blitz wants the queens on the board.
Yeah. And then I thought I thought that was a cute touch there. That was annoying, and then I thought, yeah, that will not make him happy.
No,
yeah.
The man wanted a G file, and he's not getting one.
Yeah, exactly. And I just kept on taking pawns, and in the end, he just had enough.
Oh my word!
I'm sorry for laughing. I'm not laughing at him. It's just the whole narrative of the game was that I just kept on eating the pawns until there was none left, and then he just gave up. Like obviously, my knight is coming back to d5.
He wanted to be on in the first place, via eating a bunch of pawns.
Yeah, but he's definitely lacking play.
yeah, this is not much fun for him.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a Slav excursion for us today. I
It's a
will,
nice Slav excursion.
yeah, I will call it a day here for this segment.
So more